Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, it's all the rage, but what the hell is it?
Bitcoin is gold for nerds, if you will.
This digital currency, it's only online.
A Bitcoin can be sent directly from one owner's digital wallet to another, anywhere in the world, without going through financial institutions.
No government, no central bank. So why would you put trust in something like that?
People are tired of the Fed printing, tired of the yen just crashing, tired of European banks coming in and just taking your money.
Bitcoin is going bananas.
At this moment, do I buy or sell Bitcoin?
It's similar to how Henry Ford used the manufacturing line, the assembly line to change manufacturing. That's what Bitcoin is going to be doing to financial services.
Could I get a medium coffee?
Sure.
Thanks. I'm pretty much like everybody else. I mean, I've heard the news stories of Bitcoin, but I really don't know what it is. I've heard it's a digital currency that enables you to pay people directly without the interference of banks or credit cards or even the government. Some people say it's the wave of the future, that one day we'll be able to pay for everything from houses to a cup of coffee.
Thank you.
But is the world ready to go totally virtual when it comes to payments? I'm going to figure that out and put Bitcoin to the test by seeing if I can live off it. Money, money, money. It's something we use every single day. But have you ever stopped to think about how it works, or what gives money value? Cash used to be based on the gold standard, meaning its value was directly tied to the price of gold. But the US effectively moved off of the gold standard after the Great Depression. As a result, they could print up more cash and put it into circulation. But that also put the economy at a greater risk of inflation, debt, and volatile investment bubbles.
It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
The global sell-off triggered by Lehman Brothers bankruptcy and the forced sale of another financial fixture in the United States, Merrill Lynch.
This is all about politicians and greedy banks.
What started in America last year has now spread to every part of the world.
So how do you protect everyday people against financial institutions, corrupt governments, and unpredictable economic forces? Cue Bitcoin. Its founder wanted to create a global currency that existed outside of a central bank or government. Just a person-to-person system that could be used instantly and internationally. And with economies constantly in flux and currencies around the world failing, is Bitcoin the future of money?
So I'm going to try and do some digging and figure it out. And right now, I'm in the heart of New York City's financial district, just a stone's throw from the New York Stock Exchange and Wall Street. Right next to me, the Bitcoin Center, the hub of the Bitcoin community for New York City. And hopefully the people inside there are going to give me some answers.
Since Bitcoin is a digital currency, it's usually bought and sold online. But the Bitcoin Center is a place where you can meet other Bitcoin enthusiasts, learn how to get started, and buy some face-to-face.
It's like a really smart guy's frat party in here. Really sweaty, a lot of smart dudes.
The center is also like a temple for the Bitcoin faithful. And today, Bitcoin guru Andreas Antonopoulos is here to preach.
Bitcoin is much more than just a currency. It is a network for transmitting value across the world without reference to nations, without caring who the sender and who the recipient is. This invention in 2008 created a fundamentally new concept. There's no central authority. I was in Argentina recently talking about Bitcoin. And whereas here in the United States, I have to explain to people why Bitcoin is important, in Argentina, I don't have to explain it. Because just in the last 20 years, they've seen their entire economy destroyed twice because of hyperinflation. And in many places around the world, like for example in Cyprus, the government colluded with the banks to dip into people's deposits and wipe them out. For these people, Bitcoin is much more than just a currency. This is an opportunity to connect with a world economy where they can trade, they can have access to loans and credit, and where they can send their money to other countries whenever they want without their government stealing from them, without their banks stealing from them. That is why Bitcoin can change the world. Thank you.
I'm so intrigued by the possibilities of something like this. I'm getting all rah-rah fired up, and I want to get a wallet. I want to get some Bitcoin. I want to be a part of the party. Sign me up.
Who's buying some Bitcoin? Come on!
Right now, one Bitcoin is valued at about $624. It's just like converting US dollars to any foreign currency. The exchange rate varies depending on when you convert. But first, in order to get some digital money, I need a digital wallet.
So you want to search up Aegis wallet? That's one of the top ones right now. Install that, click that.
So now I've got my Bitcoin wallet.
Yes. So this is a NFC chip.
Okay.
So this is your password. So you don't have to use your password. So if anyone wanted to steal your Bitcoins, they have to steal your phone and your chips. Tap it to the back of your phone. So now it's encrypting your wallet, right?
That's genius.
Right, so this is your Bitcoin address. You think of it as an email address too, where they send Bitcoins to that address.
So now if I want to buy Bitcoins here tonight, what do I have to do?
So you're gonna have to place a bid and ask order with the guy right there. So he's gonna match you with somebody else that's willing to sell.
So there are people here tonight like paying cash, like giving cash for Bitcoins.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome.
This place is no different from any other auction house, but instead of bidding on art, I'm bidding on Bitcoin.
So what do I got to do to buy some Bitcoins?
How much you want to buy?
One,
okay. The market's 627. Buyers are paying that.
Okay.
634. You can say 630 right now, and then you become the best bid in the market.
Okay. Great. Then let's go for 630 right now. Okay.
Give me a minute. I'll squawk it out.
Okay. He's gonna
We're
squawk it out.
627 bid. 627 bid. 634 ask.
33. At 33.
We're 627 bid. 633 ask.
31.
631. Okay. We're 628 bid.
One coin. One coin.
631 ask. 628 bid. 631.
Can he go 30? Can he go 30?
I have no idea what's happening.
At 31.
629 bid.
Let's go.
We're 630.
Sold.
Good. 630 trade. 630 trade.
So I'm buying 630 from you.
Yeah.
Okay. So now explain it to me.
No problem. You're gonna have to hit receive.
Okay, so here I received this, right? Yep. So
And I'm gonna hit send.
Okay.
I'm gonna scan your QR code.
He's scanning my code. Watch this. Here it goes.
630 was the last trade.
Hang on. Don't move. Don't move.
He's scanning my code. Now he's entering the amount.
So I'm just gonna sell you 1,000 millibits or 1 BTC, 1 Bitcoin.
1,000 millibits.
Right.
I'm buying this now.
Yeah, you can go many decimals. That's one of the strengths of Bitcoin.
Okay.
So I can send you like 20 cents if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna send it. It's leaving me. Now check your wallet.
So I'm going back to my wallet.
It should start saying receiving.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
So what it cost for you to send this to me was
0.6
of 1 cent.
Of 1 cent. That's pretty cheap.
Every time I wire money every month through my free wire account, it costs me $25. So you just sent me $623 for 0.6 of 1 cent.
Correct.
That's incredible.
It is. It is.
There's 6. There's 7.
7.
This man sold me my first Bitcoin.
Sold.
That means buyers round us will pay 610 for your Bitcoin. Sellers will sell you Bitcoin at 620.
I don't know about you, but tonight my mind blown right out of my skull. This whole thing is so bananas. I still don't understand it, but best part is I got some right here. I got some Bitcoin tonight. I don't know how to use it. I don't know really what to do with it, but I'm gonna figure that out.
Now that I have my new and completely invisible currency, it's time to see what it can do. So today is day 1 of Mission Bitcoin. I'm going to do my best to live only off my new digital money. But before I do, there are a few things I have to remember. First, Bitcoin is really just like any other currency, the same as dollars, euros, or yen, but it's global. Second, rather than having to go through a credit card or a bank, Bitcoin transactions have no middleman. The result? A cheaper, quicker, and easier way to use money. Third, it's anonymous. Well, sort of. The identity of the user remains unknown except for a string of randomly generated numbers associated with their wallet.
So I got my Bitcoin, and the good news is it's actually gone up in value today. You see, Bitcoin, like the stock market, fluctuates based on demand. More people are buying Bitcoin, the value goes up. People start selling it, the value goes down. And today, it's up, so that's a good day.
Okay, time to blow some millibits.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. You guys take Bitcoin?
We do.
That's fantastic news. I would guess that because you got this.
Yes.
That's the telltale sign.
Exactly.
Then I would like to buy a slice of pizza, a margarita,
Okay.
and a bottle of water.
That's going to be $5.27 and 0.0083 bitcoins.
0.0083 bitcoins.
Yes.
Now, how do I do this? I send, right?
Right.
Amount to send. So I type it in there, right? Change this to bit because you don't want $0.0083.
No, that's not enough money.
That's not even a penny.
Since a whole Bitcoin is worth about $630 right now, when I convert to a dollar value, this slice of pizza costs just a fraction of 1 Bitcoin.
Okay. Here we go. Woo! Look at that. We're living in the future, buying pizza in the millibits. See, I've got to tap my tag that I got the other night. I got to put that there. It's in my wallet. Done. Did it go through? Let's go back.
Sweet.
Ding! Sold. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was so easy. Look at that. Pow! Pew, 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 pew. Bing, 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 bing. I'm the king of Bitcoin.
Slice of pizza, check. Hour 1 of Bitcoin life, and I'm already winning. That was surprisingly easy, but man cannot live on pizza alone. So my next stop is for some groceries.
You all set?
I'm all set. You got the iPad checkout, you got the MacBook register.
We do.
You're already a store of the future here. What's the upside for you to Bitcoin?
In terms of comparative to credit cards, it's cheaper than credit cards, no chargebacks. We receive the money instantly. I've never had a single issue, and we've probably done close to 1,000 transactions, I'd say.
Wow. And compare that to like a credit card. Out of 1,000 transactions, how many of those would you get?
15 to 20%. Whether it be
and that's somebody
chargebacks,
saying there was a chargeback or a theft or
yeah, or I mean, because credit card fraud is so prevalent today.
Yeah.
And as a small business owner, you assume that risk. And so there was another option to where, that was cheaper, that was safer. Bitcoin at this point in time is able to do that. So the total right now is 4272.
Yep.
That's 0.067 Bitcoin.
0.067.
You scan that QR code right there.
Great. So Dan, thanks for your time,
No
man.
problem.
Also, that ding, was that the money coming
That
in?
little ding was letting me know that, hey, you sent a payment. So the rest is history.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Have a good day.
Brooklyn bodegas, always on the cutting edge. But I wonder who else in the neighborhood takes Bitcoin.
Thank you, Bitcoin, for making this happen.
So far, living in the Bitcoin world has been incredibly simple. But I'd be lying if I said it doesn't feel kind of surreal.
So, you had a good time?
That was good. 20 US dollars.
So where does Bitcoin come from?
Here we go. Boop.
And who created it? Back in 2008, someone named Satoshi Nakamoto released the white paper, a sort of manifesto outlining why Bitcoin was created. It was intended to subvert normal currency and be something that couldn't be manipulated by traditional financial or governmental institutions. The paper also outlined the programming code that would make up the structure of Bitcoin. But to this day, no one really knows who Satoshi really is. In March 2014, Newsweek incorrectly said it was this guy. But if we don't know who made it, how do we know it's safe? And how do we know it's a safe place to put our money? Luckily, I'm meeting Dan Kaminsky, a legendary hacker who, amongst other things, fixed a fatal flaw in the internet.
Good to see you.
Great to be here.
The entire internet. If anyone can shed some light on how safe the Bitcoin code is, it's him.
What is the best way to describe what you do?
I break things.
You break things?
Then I get them fixed. Yeah. I'm a hacker, professional hacker, one of what's called the white hats. So there are people out there who break stuff and then unfortunately steal things. I go ahead and I find the flaws in the systems that we depend on in everyday life and then work together with industry and government and other researchers to make the internet a safer place.
And so when you first heard of Bitcoin, what did you think?
I thought, wow, this is gonna fall immediately. So I decided I would set out for a couple months to show where Bitcoin's problems were.
And what happened?
It didn't fall.
Not at all.
No, it was really weird. every single time I hit on something that had to be its fatal failing, no, they had found that before. You could sort of see in the code where that had once been an issue, and they had gotten rid of it. It is a beautiful system. Now, don't get me wrong, there have been problems, what we call the metacode, the code around Bitcoin. Yeah. That stuff's been hacked. But the core system, the core magic, the core problem that Bitcoin solved that had never been solved before remains solid. It's safe.
And is it getting safer?
I think so.
Yeah.
The technology being built to support Bitcoin, this new generation of metacode, this new hardware, this new software, not just being useful to secure Bitcoin, but being able to secure a lot of the problems we have in computer security today.
Are you Satoshi Nakamoto?
I am absolutely not, and you're not the first person to ask.
How do I know you're telling me the truth?
Would this face lie to you?
Excuse me, do you take Bitcoin?
We don't take it, I'm afraid.
You don't?
No.
You want me to grab this?
That would be, I don't have any cash.
All right.
Sorry, thank you.
Okay, so now I owe Dan lunch. Bitcoin fail.
Thank you.
So if everything is as transparent as Dan says, I should be able to see how Bitcoin works and how it's created. Turns out the heart of Bitcoin is a series of digital mines all around the world. And fortunately, there's one I can check out in upstate New York.
And of course, I'm living my whole life with Bitcoin now, so I've got to book my travel with Bitcoin. Thankfully, there are a few travel sites that actually do take the Bitcoin. I found one air travel site that takes it, so now I've got to book my travel from New York to Rochester. I'll put in my dates. Okay. Choose Bitcoin. Type in my code. And boom. I just booked a flight with Bitcoin. And I booked my hotel. A little Bitcoin magic coming through. I'm ready to head upstate. Just that easy. Thank you, Bitcoin.
It's day 2 of Mission Bitcoin, and I'm surviving only on the virtual money for an entire week. The value of my Bitcoin has dropped a little, but even though it's down a few dollars, it's still serving me well. I got groceries, a relaxing massage, and booked my travel to beautiful Geneva, New York. There's a mining operation in town, and its founder, Hayden Gill, has agreed to let me do some work and hopefully help me understand what Bitcoin mining actually is.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I'm Morgan.
Morgan, Hayden.
All right, man, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
This is so not what I expected.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I worked in a coal mine. Okay. And you think mine, you think it's somebody's going underground, you got like a pick, you got a shovel, you're in somewhere like ding, ding.
Right.
This is not what you imagine.
No, this is not what you imagine. We got to make you part of the team, though. There you are. Your coin miner shirt. You're an official coin miner now.
Nice.
Welcome to the new era of mining, where work boots and a pickaxe are traded in for a polo shirt and a processor. Today I'm building a Bitcoin miner, setting up crazy powerful processors that need to be connected so they can all work together and access the Bitcoin network. But what does that actually mean? If mining for gold is the process of digging into the ground and looking for metal, with digital mining, computers are constantly digging to solve complex math problems. And just like there was a race to see who could mine the gold the quickest, there's a race to see who can solve the math problems first. Once a miner solves the problem, they earn 25 brand new Bitcoin, releasing them into circulation. With paper money, a government decides when to print and release more. But Bitcoin isn't backed by a central government or bank. In fact, from the outset, it was decided that there will be only 21 million Bitcoin released in total, helping to fight inflation. Right now, about 13 million are in circulation. As the popularity of Bitcoin increases, the Bitcoin network automatically changes the difficulty of the math problem miners need to solve, That means it continually takes more power and more energy to release the new Bitcoin, stabilizing the rate that new Bitcoin are released into circulation. So when will all of the Bitcoin finally be mined out? Well, it's not currently projected to happen until 2140.
After all your hard work today, we'll give you the honors to fire up this rack, as we like to say.
So when I flip that switch, it'll start mining.
Right. These things will light up, connect online, and verify their IP, and then go to work.
Awesome. All right, here we go.
Fans on. That's it right there.
Now that we've set up a new miner, let's see how it's working on the Bitcoin network.
This takes us over to the blockchain. This block contained 519 different transactions.
So this blockchain thing Hayden is showing me is actually a key part of what makes Bitcoin so innovative, and it ties into the work miners do. Here's the deal. Those complex math problems the miners are doing to release the new Bitcoin also verify all the Bitcoin transactions worldwide. Remember when I bought that slice of pizza back in Brooklyn? The second I clicked send on my wallet, the transaction was transmitted to the Bitcoin network. It's at that stage that miners, like Hayden, actually confirm the transaction. They make sure I have enough Bitcoin to pay for the slice, bundle it with other transactions, and post them all to an online public ledger. That's what the blockchain is, a record of every single Bitcoin transaction anyone